sin el amplificador prendido ahorita? Yo estaba, o tú me diste 30 kilos, me estaba dando fuerte con señal. Yo ahora está igual, la señal cambió bien poco. Ok, mira, ahí está puro radio, 100 vatios. Con el puro radio, 100 vatios solamente con el radio. Ahí tienes pico de 20, dando a 25 con los 100 vatios. Ok, ahí te estoy tirando lo legal. Ahí te estoy tirando todo lo que es legal. Cuéntale. Voy ahí cuando primero transmitiste.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for once again tuning in to the Kilo 2 Heroes special event station honoring the doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, EMTs, police, fire, and military, all those who provide medical help, as well as the sanitation and postal workers, the supermarket personnel, the technicians that work on your cars, and it certainly goes on, and if any of you on the stream would like to add any comments at all, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to give a shout out to someone that is a healthcare worker or someone that is on the front lines, could be at a meat department, at a supermarket, it doesn't matter at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for some amateur radio activity. Here it's 5:13 Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see what we might be able to find. So let's go on our live page, and let's turn up the volume and see what we may be able to find on the radio. First thing we have to do is let's find a clear frequency to operate from. Certainly I'd like to stay in the general portion of the band if I could, which I want to. Let's give this a try. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ all amateur radio operators. This is special event station Kilo 2 Heroes. Kilo 2 Heroes calling CQ, Kilo 2 Heroes stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. That's Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, which is Suffolk County, Long Island, New York, representing one of the 62 counties in New York State. We're celebrating the heroes that are on the front lines. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Kilo 2 Hotel stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Kilo 2 Hotel stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot listening. CQ calling CQ all amateur radio operators. This is special event station Kilo 2 Heroes stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Kilo 2 Heroes stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Kilo 2 Heroes stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot listening. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
Norway 1, Sierra Charlie Alpha.
Roger, thank you. Welcome aboard, and thank you so much for being the first individual to say thank you, the first amateur radio operator to say thank you to all those on the front lines. Here we are on May 21st. A very good afternoon to you. November 1, Sierra Charlie Alpha. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. I think your name is Jason. I think you're in Florida. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if you'd like any comments to what we're doing here, thanking those heroes on the front lines, go ahead, sir.
Okay, yeah, I really appreciate everybody on the front lines, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be talking right now. That's something to think about, and thank you to everybody, the first responders, the policemen, the medics, the nurses. My sister is a nurse, and I'm very proud of her. She's a nurse, so she's in the front lines of the coronavirus 16 as well. Okay, Peter, how you copying me? Go ahead.
Right, Jason. Yeah, not a problem. 5 and 7, Jason. 5 and 7. So the copy is perfectly good, perfectly readable. Thank you very much for those very, very, very good comments. Very, very nice comments. And I'd very much also like to have your sister's first name so I could give a shout out to her, to all the people out there that understand how critical it is for those people on the front lines. If I could give her first name, that would be really nice. Up to you, Jason.
Yes, sir. Her name is Tasha Dunn. I'll say phonetically. It's Tango, Tango Alpha, Sierra, Hotel, Alpha. Okay, her last name is Delta, Uniform, November. I'll say her name again. It's Tango, Alpha, Sierra, Hotel, Alpha, Delta, United, November. Tasha Dunn.
Roger, Jason. Very well done. Did it like a real, true amateur radio operator in our service. Thanks so much. Thank you. I'd like to shout out to certainly a frontline worker, a sister of Jason, N1SCA. Her name is Tasha, Tasha Dunn, Delta Uniform November. Tasha, very, very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for putting yourself in harm's way on the front lines to save others and bring others back to health. And by the way, Jason, I'm streaming this on Twitch TV. My home call sign is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria, Twitch TV, and you could use my call sign. And if you'd like to give her a shout out, you could say listen to it at about 8 minutes into the broadcast. And we're saying thank you to Tasha so very, very much. Yeah, it's a fine line we run. We'd like to open up more and more states, but we know that we're going to have more cases of COVID-19. And that's the last thing we want to do, on the other hand, is put more pressure on people like Tasha. 73s to you, Jason. Over to your final. Thanks so much, though, for your very, very kind comments. Over to you for a final, Jason.
Okay, my friend, I really appreciate that as well, giving her a shout out there. That's great, because she has two boys, two nephews, and a niece. My niece's name is Elizabeth. The two twins' name is Matthew Dunn, and geez, I'm all kind of tickled pink here. And Landon Dunn. She lives in Connecticut, so she's not here in Florida. She lives in Connecticut. So, anyways, I appreciate the kind words and spreading out the word. And I'm very proud of her to myself to say her name on the air, get her recognized, and I'll let it give you back the microphone, and you take care. 7-3. This is November 1, Sierra Charlie Alpha, Junior Palm Bay, Florida. 7-3.
Roger, Jason. Thank you very much. You know, they always say your first is usually your best, and you're my first contact here today on Kilo 2 Hotel, and it was just fantastic exchange between us. Exactly the spirit of what we want to do here, recognizing the heroes that are on the front lines. I also like to say a shout out to Elizabeth, Matthew, and Landon. I repeat, Elizabeth, Matthew, and Landon. Thank you so very, very much also for really being involved and having parents and so on that you can support as well. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate the time, Jason. Thanks a lot. 73s, have a really wonderful day. And thanks for giving me time, saying thank you to the heroes on the front lines. They sure are very, very special people. And they're working above and beyond, no doubt about it. 73s to you, sir. Be well. Thanks so much. QRZ, special event station honoring those that we just discussed. Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. The station with hotel in it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off. It's a Kilo 4 station. Kilo 4, I'm listening. Go ahead. Roger, thank you. Kilowatt 4 Yankee Hotel Echo. About a 5 and 5 this afternoon, but nevertheless, you're here and in the log, and thank you for saying thank you to those heroes fighting COVID-19. Give me your name, give me your location, any comments you'd like to make. Over to you, sir. Nathan, thanks very much. A lot of noise on the band now, so couldn't hear you too well, but I did get the point of what you were saying. Thanks so much for your comments. Thank you very, very much. Hopefully, Nathan, we can talk when we have better conditions. QRZ, this is Kilo 2 Hero, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Roger, I think it's Kilo Charlie 5 something. Go ahead.
I got a beautiful 5-9 copy on you, over.
Roger, thank you so much. A lot of QSB right now here in the Northeast. Thanks a lot. Could you give me the remainder of your call? I lost it in the noise. Kilo Charlie 5, come back again, please.
Victor Golf Delta. Victor Golf Delta. Very good driver for an 18-wheeler, over.
Oh, yes, very good driver. Yeah, oh, there's the 18-wheeler. My. That is a beautiful-looking vehicle. Thank you for a job well done. Oh, that's fantastic. Very nicely done. That's beautiful graphic on there, James. I'm glad, Jim, I was able to see that. And I believe you're currently in New Mexico, Jim. Go ahead.
Oh, roger that. I work out of Cheyenne, Wyoming for Walmart, and I deliver to the stores and stuff. And when I go home, I take it deal with Sam's Club down there in Albuquerque. But I work out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and that's where I'm headed right now. I'm currently en route back to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I'm just coming into Home, New Mexico. I'm here just south of Colorado, New Mexico state line, over.
Oh, Roger, got you on the map, Jim. Thanks a lot, for sure. Thank you, Jim. I put your beautiful rig on the broadcast that I'm doing through Twitch TV. Those viewers can get a view of a beautiful rig that says, thank you for a job well done. CreateCarrierJobs.com/military. Jim, thank you very much. Please contact us. We'll be here for the rest of the month. Love to talk with you again, Jim, if that's okay with you. 73s and hopefully condition will be a little bit better. Kilo Charlie 5, very good driver. This is Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. 73s, Jim. 73s, Jim. Thanks a lot. Kind of lost you in the noise there, but that's how it is this afternoon. I'd rather put my beam west to get as many people from the U.S. as we can, even though I know Europe is pretty well open. QRZ, Kilo 2 Hero, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot listening.
Kilo Alpha 4, Yankee Tango X-ray.
Yankee Tango X-ray. Well, nice signal. Thank you so much. Hopefully conditions are coming up. I think your name is Grady. I think you're in Florida, in Satellite Beach, and I just really enjoy the QSL card. Up and away, and hopefully we'll have that done real soon again. U.S. astronauts going up in a U.S.-made spacecraft. Over to you, Grady. Hopefully I got the name right. Any comments you'd like to make? My pleasure. Over to you, sir.
Well, I just say thanks to all the heroes out there. I know there's a bunch of them, and they sure have done a nice job. And thank you for bringing it to everybody's attention. So I'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you again. It's Kilo Alpha 4 Yankee Tango X-ray clear.
Well, thank you very much, Grady. Yes, we're on a thank you tour, and believe you me, we've made now almost 15,000 contacts, and that's a lot of thank yous. And I think it's really resonating well with people here that don't have the opportunity to listen to amateur radio, but have an opportunity to listen to the stream that I'm broadcasting on through Twitch TV. And so anyone who wants to make a comment that's following us on Twitch, feel free to do so. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so very much, Grady. 73s, thanks for coming on and saying hello, and thank you to those heroes. There's so many of them. It goes without saying. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. The name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo, Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Whiskey 4, Bravo Alpha X-ray.
Roger, thank you, sir. Whiskey 4, Bravo Alpha X-ray. Thank you. Think your name might be Tim, and I think you're located in Tennessee. Correct me if I'm wrong, and any comments you'd like to make, feel free to do so. Over to you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Well, yes, you're right. Tim, and yes, I am in Tennessee, Brunswick, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. And I will say here, thank you for what you're doing, and we appreciate everything that heroes have done in this race and continue to do. So that's great. Hey, one question for you. How do I find you on Twitch TV? I'm very new at that. It's pulling up on my screen here, and I don't know how to find you. Over.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Tim, for asking. We really, really appreciate that. Yes, you can go to Twitch TV and put in my call sign, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria. And if you have a problem with that, Tim, just go to my website on QRZ.com, and it'll also link you to my Twitch TV stream. Go ahead, Tim. Is that good enough?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I got it. On the screen here. I appreciate what you're doing, and I'll let you go and get some other stations. I know a lot would like to talk to you. So I'll say good day from Nashville, and thank you again. W4BK
Oh, thank you, Tim, very, very much. Love the town, just a gorgeous town. Look forward to getting back there again. The Grand Ole Opry, Ryman Auditorium, just a jewel of a place, and just lovely people in that town. And if you don't mind, if you want to take the time, if you can, and just follow, put a follow me so you'll be able to get a notice when I'm back on the air. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll probably see your name in my follow on my mini feed over here. 73s, Tim, thanks a lot, and thank you so much for the interest on Twitch TV, because that's the way we're getting the word out to the masses, what we're doing, and it does resonate. QRZ, this is Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, at your service, at the microphone, listening.
November X-ray Zulu.
November X-ray, I think Zulu station, come back in.
November 5, November X-ray Zulu.
Roger, thank you, sir. November 5, November X-ray Zulu. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Really like your Yaesu radio here on your QRZ page. I'm looking at it right now. It's the FT991. I'm sure you love it. It's a great radio. I think you're Trent in Tyler, Texas, and let me know if I'm right on that or wrong. Any comments you'd like to make on what we've been discussing. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir, you got it right. QSL, that's me. I'm Trent in Tyler, Texas, and I've linked onto your Twitch TV stream, and I think that's just neat watching your waterfall scroll by, and I see you got the 991 MGRF on the screen now. That's just really neat, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, thank you, Trenton, too. I'm going to thank the Great South Bay Amateur Radio Club, the team there, the special events team. Really were really right on the ball and thinking about doing something like this. Thanking all the workers of New York State, and we're trying to get all 62 counties on the air. We'll be here until the 31st, and so thank you much. And I'm really very, very grateful, very blessed to have the opportunity to say thank you to all those people on the front lines, whoever they may be out there. No matter who, at the restaurants giving us food, any person that's putting themselves in harm's way, they are our heroes for sure. Thanks so much, Trenton, and thank you very much for following us on the stream and pass the word. Any comments at all that you'd like to make, feel free to do that. Yeah, and let people know, even non-amateurs, that this is what amateur radio does. Part 97 of the FCC rules says that we are an amateur radio service, and we do a lot of service, and we'd like to allow the public to hear some of the things that we do, like this special event. 73's Trenton, QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Roger, I have a Uniform Bravo. Go ahead. Roger, I'm missing. Thank you, and very good afternoon to you. I don't have your call at all. Would you give me your call again, please? Go ahead.
Roger that. Kilo Echo Zero Uniform Bravo.
Very well done, Mike. Very well done from the lovely St. Rapid City, South Dakota. And welcome aboard again. We spoke before. We spoke, I believe it was on the 16th. Thanks so much, Mike, for the call again. You're sounding great. A lot of noise on the band today, but I really want to work U.S. stations and want to do my best to try to get as many people in the log. Even duplicates are our pleasure. Hey, any comments you'd like to make, Mike, that you want to add to what we're doing in this special event? Over to you, sir. '73's to you, sir. Thanks a lot, Mike. Thank you again for your kind and very thoughtful comments on the heroes fighting COVID-19. We say it's a thank you to each one we talk about. Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo November 4, Quebec November Alpha.
Quebec November Alpha. Got a couple of stations there. We'll get you all. We'll be here for a little while. Kilo November 4, Quebec November Alpha. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for making contact with us. I think your name is Darren. I think you're located in, Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, and any comments you'd like to make on what we've been talking about. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, 100% correct on the city, and it is a very odd name. I just want to thank you guys for getting on the air and doing what you do to support the people doing what they're doing to fight COVID. Over.
Well, thank you very much, Darren. Yep, that's precisely the spirit of what we're doing here. We're certainly walking a tightrope. On one hand, we really would love to open up every state, get every business going. People that are marginally just about ready to go out of business, another week or two could make a terrible difference. My plan, if I were governor, I would say, let's let everybody out and let's just have a word of caution to those people that have health conditions that they might have a negative effect if they got the virus, because most people that get the virus, the majority of people, they get through it okay. So I'd love to see everything open, and hopefully the cases that we do come up with are mild. So that's my feeling on that, and I really want people to get back to work sooner than later. Darren, over to you for your final. Thanks for your comments.
All right, I feel pretty much the same way as you do on that, and thank you very much. And with my 73s, I'm out. KN4QNA, over.
Roger, thank you, Darren. Hope to reach you again. We'll be here until the 31st, and yep, that's maybe a little controversial, and unfortunately, I don't think it'll put extra pressure on the frontline workers. I mean, the nurses, the doctors, the EMTs, because I think my sister and brother-in-law both came up with COVID-19. Both of them do have some issues, but they got through it just fine, and I think that's the message that I hear from most people that do come up with COVID. And those people that do have underlying health conditions, all I say to them is just shelter in place until you can get clearance that you can go out and mingle amongst people. And if you do go out, of course, you'll take protection. So let's open things up. That's my feeling for today. Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo 2 Radio Bravo.
On the Radio Bravo again?
This is a Kilo 2 at Radio Bravo.
Oh, yes, I think I have a recollection of you. Well, good afternoon, Rick. Your picture is on Twitch TV. Everybody's looking at that beautiful smiling face. And how do I sound on my new linear? Go ahead.
You sound terrific. It sounds perfect. Everything sounds good. And You won't believe what the issue was here. It was I kept bragging about my my Dell gizmos, and somehow it got unplugged. So you figured that one out. But everything's cool.
Well, let's blame let's blame Rosie. Can we blame Rosie on that, Rick?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she got behind. She climbed up. I don't know how she did it. She climbed up on the table, and she went in the back, and all this other stuff. So everything's okay. And just keep you up to date on Maryland and the nursing homes. They were supposed to do some tests today. The state came in. They were going to test all the patients. And something happened. She's got to call me. She's on her way home, so shortly I'll find out what happened. But they're still plugging away and trying to save lives. That's the main thing.
Rick, that is everything. And, our hats off to Marilyn. Everybody listening on the stream, everybody here that's amateur radio operators. Rick, my good friend Rick, his wife Marilyn, she's on the front lines. And of all places, nursing home administrator, managing a number of homes. And that is to be one of the toughest frontline jobs to do. But God bless her that she can do it every day. And Rick, once again, I go to bed every night and say, thank you, Rick, for making my on-air activities so pleasurable. Without you, we would have had a long time before we got this SPE out. Thanks so much. And term 1.5 is working very, very well. I think that you may have whispered in its ear and said, don't give Peter any trouble, Rick. Go ahead.
Okay, good. I'm glad that that's the case. And we got news today about the K4. Looks like they're talking about an August or September delivery. So now I'm going to have to delve a little more into the Kenwood and see what that's all about. But have fun and keep doing the great work you're doing. K2H Suffolk and K2RB, Claire.
Roger, thanks, Rick. Well, that's good news. That's another reason of many why I can't wait to get together with you, give you a hug, and get to the house and see those terrific rigs. Thanks so much, and thanks a lot for spending time here on our broadcast. I really do appreciate it a lot. Be well, be safe, and we'll be talking real soon. 73s to you, Rick. Thanks a lot, and our love to Maryland, please, by all means. 73s to you, sir. QRZ. This is what makes this event so much fun. You've got old friends, new friends, and people that you want to talk with many, many times again. This is Peter at the controls. Kilo 2 Hero / Sierra Uniform Foxtrot is listening.
Echo 9 Victor Sierra.
The station with Victor Sierra, come on in.
It's Kilo Echo 9 Victor Sierra. Name here is Rick. And I'm right near Tampa, Florida here, about 15 minutes drive from downtown Tampa. You're about 20 over 9 here. Sounds real good. Your station's really, sounds like you're in a room here with me. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you a lot. Kilo Echo 9 Victor Charlie. Now, how many times do you speak with the same name that happens 2 in a row? Rick, my good friend Rick, K2RB. I'm not sure if you heard him or not. I'm sure you did. And here we go with another Rick, KE9 Victor Charlie. That's fantastic. Thanks, Rick, very much. And thank you for that report. It's amateur radio, even though we are individuals and we're in our shacks, it's really a team sport. And so many people helped me get going and putting on the best signal I could, and I couldn't have done it without them. And thank you so much. Your compliments also go to them. But before we leave, we have to give a compliment to the first-line workers. Would you like to say anything at all, Rick, to those folks on the front lines that we're celebrating and saluting today? Over to you, Rick.
Oh, I'll always have praises for the first-line people. I myself am a liver and kidney transplant patient from about almost 2 years ago now. So, they've made sure to take care of me from that, and now throughout this, they call the house to make sure I'm okay, and they tell me what to do to make sure I stay safe. Offer me anything I need to stay safe. So, and all the ones that are helping, like you said, the nursing home people. Oh man, I feel for them, but fortunately, they're trying to do their best, and I'm glad of that because there's a lot of sadness out there, but there's a lot of happiness when everybody makes it through that can. So, my kudos to them. That's what I got to say for the first line people there. Go ahead.
I couldn't have said any better, Rick. Absolutely right. And congratulations on those transplants. You sound fantastic, and it really sounds like your body said, I'm accepting all of this, and you got a new lease on life. And you're so right. Fortunately, most of us never have to go into a hospital to experience the incredible dedication that the nurses, the doctors, the EMTs have. And you can't say enough about them. Now they're being put in a situation that's a war. The bullets are not hard bullets, they're germ bullets. And they are doing the same job they're doing every day without any pause whatsoever. And one of the things that concern a lot of us is the post-traumatic war syndrome. They're having tremendous anxiety, and there's something new to them, and so many of them are keeping it to themselves. And we hope that many of them get help. And I'm saying to everybody out there, if you know somebody who's a nurse, a doctor, EMT, anybody on the front lines, pick up the phone, say hello, and say, how you doing? And perhaps that could make the difference for them to be able to continue to have a good day and not to get deeper into the depression, because it's very easy to do that. Rick, thanks a lot. Over to you for your final, but thanks a lot for opening up this avenue of conversation. I'm so happy you did, and so wonderful that you're feeling so well, Rick. Thank you so much. Over to you for a final.
Okie dokie. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you. I need your call sign phonetically here because I didn't quite catch it when you said it. For my logbook, I got your name already there, Peter. And I know you mentioned some sort of broadcast or something, so I'm not sure what you're up to over there. You might give a 10-second explanation just so I know what the special event or whatever is all about, and I'll let you tie the ribbon around it. I'll listen for your call sign first of all, though, of course. Thanks for coming back to the call, 7-3, and once again, kudos to all the first responder people out there, one and all. KE9VS.
That's Victor Sierra. Is that correct? I have Victor Charlie. It's Victor Sierra. Is that right, Rick?
Correct. Victor Sierra. That's why I repeated it.
Roger. Okay. Yep. What I want to do is edit that to make sure that Victor Sierra. Yeah. That's why it didn't get into the log so well. Good enough. I want to have you in the log, and I want to make sure that if you'd like to download a card, you can. Okay. There it is. KE9VS. Thank you. Rick, on your, I don't know if I could say anything in 10 seconds, but I'll try. First of all, the special event here, it's Kilo 2 Hotel, K2H. That's the ARRL gave us that special call for the month of May. And then we have 62 counties that represent New York State, and I represent Suffolk County, Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. So it's K2H stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. If you want to go to the website on QRZ, all you have to do is put in K2H. Now, regarding our stream, yeah, this was something that certainly we haven't done too much in amateur radio, is bring amateur radio to the masses. And a lot of the news outlets really thought that was an interesting idea. So I am on a streaming network that's very popular within gamers. I do gaming on Asuka or SETA as well as iRacing, and I thought, well, why not transfer this over to amateur radio? And the name of the stream provider is Twitch, Twitch TV. And my call sign, my home call sign is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. So I'd really, very much like you to check it out. And if you'd like to follow me, that would be great. And if you have a difficulty getting to it, just go to my call sign, home call sign, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, and you'll get a link over to me, and you'll be able to handle it from there. Did I cover most of the items that you mentioned, Rick? Go ahead.
One and all. Okay, well, with your booming signal, I don't know what you're running, and you don't have to tell me, but it's working. It's working great down here in Florida. You're still 20 over. So with that, 7-3, enjoy your special event station throughout. I guess you said you're going to be on until the end of the month, so enjoy your event station and all that good kind of stuff. And that's that, and that's it. Thanks a bunch. Catch you another time, maybe. KE9VS.
Roger. Thank you, Rick. Thanks so much for your very, very thoughtful comments. And by the way, if anyone or you would like to spot me, I don't think I've been spotted here yet today. That would be helpful. I'd really appreciate that very, very much. And I want to have a shout out to T. Baxter, 33. We spoke earlier. Thanks a lot for the follow. I really very, very much appreciate that. That helps with some of the funding that I have to put out to put on these streams, and every little bit helps, and that's a big, big thing. So thanks so much. Really thankful for that. Hey, QRZ, we're having a good time, aren't we? Hopefully, with signals like that, we can hear everybody, and everybody on the stream can say, what is amateur radio? I can't hear anything. But we love to pick big signals out of the noise. Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot listening.
Kilowatt 4, Mike Zulu uniform.
Roger. Well, you hit it on the head. Big signal. Kilowatt 4, Mike Zulu uniform. Thank you. I think your name is Robert or Bob, and I think you're in Georgia. Great signal, really coming in very strong, about 10 to 15 over 9 today in Long Island, New York. Here the name is Peter, Robert, or Bob, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. So correct me if I'm wrong on any of that, and if you wouldn't mind, just any comments on the heroes that we're celebrating for this month. Go ahead, over to you, sir.
Okay, real good, Peter. Beautiful copy. You're about 30 over just outside Atlanta, Georgia, and you have the name, okay, Bob. And, of course, we're appreciative of all they do. 73, so you pick up a few others. You're about the loudest signal on the band here, just almost 40 over on one of those peaks there high. 73 is Peter, and best of luck, and we'll stay safe. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Bob, very, very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I used to, it's nice to know. Yeah, right now, this time of day, I'm probably one of the lone wolves out there. I wanted to add a little bit more power to make contacts with stations. This is not really the most favorite time of the day for 20 meters, but nevertheless, I want to do it. I want to make contacts, and I'll strain my ears if I have to. It'll be my pleasure, because every time a contact is made, you know, Bob, it's a thank you to those heroes fighting COVID-19. And your signal also is booming. It's the same thing, about 35 or 40 over 9. And I'm lucky. I have a pretty good location. Long Island, New York, either you go to the South Shore where we lived, where you're just about at sea level, or here on the North Shore where I'm about 350 feet above sea level with a nice shot to Europe. Not as good as Maine, but not too bad. 73 to you, Bob. Thank you so much for gracing us with your stay here for a little while on our special event station. Kilo 2 Heroes, K2H, stroke SUF, QRZ. Roger, nice, lot of stations, thank you. First, Alpha Bravo Yankee, go ahead.
412 Hotel. This is Whiskey Bravo 4, Alpha Bravo Yankee. Hey, booming signal in the Atlanta, Georgia area. We're 40 miles north of Atlanta. You're a 5 by 9 plus about 20, so you sound great down here. Name here's Carl, Canada, America, Radio London. This is Long Island. I have a friend that's in Cold Spring Harbor right now, and it's a beautiful time up there. K2H from WB4ABY.
Oh, Roger, Carl. Thank you very, very much. And thank you for the signal report. Yeah, we're putting some new equipment on the air. We were testing last night. I got on 40 meters last night. I guess it was probably about 10 o'clock, and we made some tests, and now we're running it out a little bit here today. So we're really enjoying it. Just for the record, yeah, we're using a new amplifier called the SPE Expert, Sierra Papa Echo Expert, and this particular amp is rated for about 1,500 PEP, and right now we're running about 808 watts or so. So that may help a little bit with our signal. But the heavy lifting also is done by our antenna system, which is a JK Antennas. They make the antenna, JK Antennas. Fellow by the name of Ken Garg, GARG, owns the company. Phenomenal person, phenomenal company, and a phenomenal antenna for a 12-foot boom. I got to tell you, it's just really the best antenna I've ever had. So 73s to you, Carl. Thanks so very, very much. And Cold Spring Harbor, I lived. Cold Spring Harbor is a gorgeous place. It really is, and you're absolutely right. Day like today, this time of the year, it's just phenomenal looking with all the blooms going on. So thanks for recognizing that, Carl. Over to you for a final 73s. Thanks a lot for your comments, sir. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it. I'm going to get your name on the last go there. Yeah, my son actually lives in Manhattan, but his girlfriend's family is out in Cold Spring Harbor, so they've been sequestered out there. I think they're about ready to go back to the city. I hope you have a beautiful spring up there, and things will be I hope it goes well. Take care, my friend. Great signal once again. That 808 watts is doing it for you. K2H, I guess that's /SUF, I believe it is. This is WB4ABY 73, and let me get your name for my logbook, please.
My pleasure, Carl. My pleasure indeed. The name is Peter. I don't say it enough, unfortunately. Papa Echo, Tango, Echo Romeo, Peter. And my home call is Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor. Thanks for the compliments, and thank you for your comments on those on the front lines. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot. There's a station, I believe, that ending in Florida. Go ahead. Roger, thank you. I think your name is William or Bill, portable in a home in Florida. Good. Thank you so much for making contact with us, Bill. Appreciate that. I hope I got your name right. Any comments you'd like to make, Bill? Over to you for a final.
I just wanted to say thank you for what you're doing. I've enjoyed listening. I appreciate you doing this to honor our first responders and medical staff. And yes, you're correct. The name is Bill, Bravo India Lima Lima. And I'm portable in my motorhome in Tampa Bay, Florida, 73.
Well, 73's Tampa Bay, Florida. What a gorgeous area. My folks would rent a condo there for about 10 years or so. Just fantastic area. Lovely eating places and just lovely aroma from certainly the ocean as well, or the Gulf rather. 73's to you. Enjoy the day. Thanks so much for making contact with us. Appreciate that, and thank you for saluting the heroes that are on the front lines. QRZ, this is Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot.
Kilo 5, Yankee Juliet.
Roger, the hotel station standby. I believe I have a Kilo 5 Yankee Juliet something. Go ahead.
Roger that. Kilo 5 Yankee Juliet. Just wanted to call and say thank you for what you're doing. We're located in Oklahoma, and you have 5'9". You probably can't hear me because I'm on a vertical and I'm barefoot, but you are moving here in Oklahoma.
No, Jim, that's fine. QSB is really taking some of the signal away, but 5 and 7 when you're there. So thank you so much, Jim. Thanks for making contact with us from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I appreciate that. Be safe and be well. And over to you for any final comments, Jim. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just got one more question for you. What is your frequency set at? Over.
Roger, it's 14.290.100. 14.290.100. QSL?
Alright, that was one of our problems. That was an odd frequency, so I didn't understand. Okay, yeah, thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for everything that you're doing. I recovered from COVID after 5 days, and it was the worst 5 days of my life. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So keep it up. And I really appreciate your compliments on taking care of your frontline folks. There is very little difference between the stress that the nurses and doctors are going through and what I went through in Iraq. Very little. Take care of yourself, buddy, and I'll give it back to you. K5YJ.
Jim, Roger on that. I copied that completely. When I was saying that, Jim, when I heard about the PTSD, I knew from friends of mine that are in the medical profession, I knew that was a real thing. And that's just not something that affects people in wartime situations. And, of course, we have to acknowledge that these nurses, doctors, EMTs, they're in a wartime situation. And they for sure are there suffering the same as many folks that served wherever it was, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, and we really have to recognize if there's anything that changes in their personalities, anything at all, in the minest of ways to be able to really reach out and help them. And that's why I say over and over again, if you know somebody that's in any of these frontline positions, just say hello, how are you, and just see if just what's going on and if there's anything more that you can do. Oftentimes, just talking makes all the difference in the world. And Jim, since you're here, let me say briefly, I received an email from a nurse who was on the front lines that was told by a friend of hers who's an amateur radio operator, go listen to what these amateur radio operators are doing on Twitch TV. Obviously, we stream that to the masses. She listened, and she said, I was suffering, and I thought I was alone. Now, can you imagine that? And I hear that so often. I thought I was alone and just was not conditioned to reach out and speak with anyone. When I heard everyone saying thank you and appreciating what we did, I just felt better, and it made a large difference in my attitude. So, Jim, that proves it, and thank you so much for acknowledging it and really just cementing that in my mind. Over to you for a final, Jim. Thank you.
No, you hit the nail on the head, and I'll leave you with this. There are a lot of similarities between doctors, nurses, and soldiers on the front line. One of the similarities is doctors make the worst patients, nurses make the worst patients, and of course guys on the fighting line aren't going to admit that they got problems. So it takes a lot of guts to step up. What personally got me was watching the news and just watching that nurse break down. That was totally it. So keep it up. Keep up the work. All right, back to you, man. Keep on. YJ's out.
Yep, you're absolutely right. There is a video I have. It's called Hallelujah, and you can't watch it at all indeed. And it's hard to imagine, but I have some pictures that were sent to me where nurses are sitting in the hallway with their hands down in their head, looking down. It's tough. It really is tough, but they continue to do their work, and that's why I say we're opening up states. More and more people are getting out there. But we don't want more cases. And if we have more cases, and thank God you survived your terrible ordeal. My sister and brother-in-law, they also went through, not as bad as it sounds like you went through, but for the most part, you never know how it can affect you, and that's why you have to be extremely careful. Washing hands, wearing masks, wearing gloves, and just taking this very seriously. Because when you walk outside, it's no different than we were in war, Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam. You're walking out into an unfriendly area, and you don't know what can happen. Can't take chances. As the drill sergeant would say to me, be smart, and you'll stay alive. Jim, thanks a lot for the time. I really appreciate that. I've got to ask you this question. I see I'm not sure what jet it is you're flying. It looks like a B-1, but I'm not sure it's not. Were you a pilot there, Jim? Go ahead.
I was actually a navigator for C-130s, but then became a much better flight test engineer than I did a navigator. So now I am an engineer for the B-1B. I work for Boeing, and I support the B-1 fleet as well as several other platforms. Over.
Oh, I'm glad I asked. What an honor. Congratulations. Thank you so much again for your service and working for Boeing and on the B-1B. What an important piece of machinery, for sure. Thanks a lot, Jim. I really appreciate that. You know, when you say you get your money's worth, well, I got it plus exponentially. Jim, thank you very, very much. Like they say in the movie, you never know what you're going to get in that box of chocolates, and I got a real cherry chocolate. Thanks, Jim. 73s to you, sir, and please come by again before the 31st. I'd look forward to it. 73s, and thank you so much for everything.
Anytime, sir. And by the way, the B-1 carries 24 packets of nice chocolate for the terrorists. We've got 3 bays, 12 launchers each. So, 8 launchers each, 3 bays. So that's a lot of kick-ass, in my opinion, and we try to keep it going. So, thank you very much for the compliment. I'm just doing my job for the guys downrange, trying to keep them alive, trying to bring them home safe. K5YJ out.
Thank you so much. Yep, that's how we keep the peace. That is the enforcer, and that certainly speaks volumes. 73s, and that's why we have to keep our military completely up-to-date, armed with the latest and greatest equipment. Jim, 73s, thank you, sir. Hope a lot of you guys listen to that, because that's some valuable stuff, really, that, you know what? This is reality radio. You just don't get this by listening to news, turning on the radio at home, listening to the broadcast. This is real stuff. And this is what we really love about this event. We could QSO style it and bring out many, many things. When you talk about something like this, people on the front lines, magic happens. And I hope this is the last time that we have to do an event like this. But while we're doing it, we're really, really getting raw emotion and really hearing people about what's going on in their feelings. I don't think it gets better than this. I really, really don't. 73s, Jim, thanks a million. QRZ, people on the chat line, I don't hear you over there. Say a few things to me. Let me comment on what you guys are saying. QRZ, this is Special Event Station Kilo 2 Heroes, Stoke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, saluting all those people on the front lines. QRZ.
KH4, Echo November.
KH4 Echo November, Kilo Hotel 4 Echo November. Thank you so very much. I'm not sure I have the call right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have it as Kilo Hotel 4 Echo November. Over to you, sir.
It is Kilo X-Ray 4 Echo November.
Now, thought that's better. Okay, Kilo X-ray for Echo November. Yeah, if you were on Midway Island, I think that you had about 10,000 watts. Thank you so much for repeating that. Kilo X. Let me make sure I have that right. Kilo. No, Hotel Kilo. Let me get that right. Stand by 1 second here. Kilo X-ray. Sometimes things get mixed up here. Kilo X-ray for Echo November. Now, if I got that right, I'm pretty good. I think your name is David, and I think you're in Alabama. Over to you, sir.
That is correct. I am David, and in Alabama, my hat's off to all the first line people.
You bet it is. Well, thank you so much. I mean, we don't have enough hats to tip to those people that are on the front lines, and we're doing the very least to say thank you, and really do hope that our signal, our thanks, get out there to as many people as we can communicate to that can hear us. Thank you so very much, David. Thanks for your patience on getting your call right. 73s to you, sir. QRZ. This is Kilo 2 Hotel, Stoke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. All righty, thank you. I think I have a Hotel Bravo 1, Golf Hotel Sierra. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let me know if that call is right and your name and location. Over to you, sir. Roger. Now, I think my log got all mixed up. Give me your call one more time again. Go ahead.
Hotel Papa 1, Golf Delta Sierra. Hotel Papa 1, Golf Delta Sierra from Panama.
Very well said. Very well said. Beautifully spoken. Thank you so much. Hotel Papa 1, Delta Kilo Sierra. Sometimes my log just gets a little botched up. Thank you from Panama. Nice signal, by the way. Your report is a 5 and 7. 5 and 7. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Again, if you could give me your name and any comments you'd like to make. Over to you, sir.
Okay, let me correct you. Hotel Papa 1, Golfo Delta Sierra. Golfo Delta Sierra. My name is George. Golfo Echo Oscar Romeo Golfo Echo. Thank you for the people in the front line.
QSL, thank you for your comments. And finally, I want to make 100% sure. Hotel Papa 1, Delta Sierra. Is that correct?
Negative. Golfo Delta Sierra.
Roger. Okay. Hotel Papa 1, Golf Delta Sierra. QSL? George, thank you very, very much. I knew I'd get it right. Sooner or later, my mother would always tell me that I'm a slow learner. So thanks, George. I appreciate that, and I like very much. I'm going to put that on the window capture right now. Your QSL card that says Hotel Papa 1, Golf Delta Sierra, Panama, Worldwide Networks, Amateur Radio Worldwide Networks. Thank you, George, very much, and thank you so much, George, for your patience with me getting your call sign right and your very, very nice comments on those people on the front lines. Call us anytime, George. I'll give it to you for your final 73s. Thank you so very much for the time. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, 73s to you. Be well. Good luck. Thank you so much. Gracias for the time. QRZ, Kilo 2, Hero, Stoke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
Kilo 4, Charlie, Tango, Quebec.
Well, I'm saying your signal's almost unfair. It's so strong. Kilo 4, Charlie, Tango, Quebec. Thank you, John. From, I believe, Goose Creek, South Carolina. Yes, we spoke before on the 12th. Welcome aboard. I think you're just testing to see if I'm still alive and well here. Well, thank you much. I can report that we're doing fine. Thank you again for saying hello to us. And I want to say thank you for, let me get the station right. Kilo, I got to get that right. Finally found Kilo 7, Bravo Echo November. I say again, Kilo 7, Bravo Echo November. I'm glad you finally found me. Thank you so much. Now, if you could follow me, I'd really like that a lot. Thank you so much. And you're saying 5'9" in Jacksonville. Great. If you want to reach me, let me know, and I'll put time aside. Hey, I remember who I'm talking with. John, good afternoon to you, and any comments you'd like to make, John. Thanks for your patience. Over to you, sir.
Excellent signal down here in the big city of Goose Creek. Yes, we did speak before, and at that time you asked me for some comments, and I did state that my mother-in-law, who is a nurse, was in the hospital with the COVID, but since then she has been released, I'm happy to say, and I would just like to say thank you for all those first responders and everybody working the front lines. It's because of their unselfish dedication that at least I can say in the big city, or I guess in the whole state, that the numbers are coming down, and without them, I don't believe I could say that. So anyway, Peter, I'm going to say 73 to you, and it's been a pleasure talking to you again, and I know there's a slew of other folks out there would like to get in there as well. So 73, and thank you for your time and everything that you're doing. K4CTQ, we're clear.
Oh, John, never mind. Thank you so much. And I did remember speaking with you, and I wanted you to call me again to see how your mother-in-law is doing. So happy to hear that. What's her first name, John? Go ahead.
Well, you know, I had a blank, and I called her Doris, but actually her name was Linda Horvath, and she lives up in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Roger. Okay, we got that. We'll get it right now. Linda, congratulations on getting well. I'm sure those people on the front lines, those nurses, doctors, are really made a big difference. But more importantly, one of the ingredients that you really need in any virus, in any sickness, is a good, positive mental attitude. And I'm sure that, Linda, you had that in spades. I'm sure you did. Hey, John, thanks a lot. One question. Are those Matchbox cars that you're collecting back there behind your desk? Go ahead.
Oh, you noticed. Yes, sir. That's just a fraction of what I own. I am a collector. I've been doing it for a number of years. I don't smoke. Kind of sort of drink beer, so I put all my efforts into radio and Hot Wheel cars.
Good for you. Fantastic. You and Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's a Hot Wheel fan as well. Fantastic. If you haven't had a chance, I'm sure you like to follow NASCAR. Dale Jr. does a fantastic sim racing that he's doing, iRacing, and him and a bunch of other pals are doing that until they can get back full time. And he's just a barrel of fun when you watch him on iRacing.com. Anyway, 73s to you, John, and get back to me again and check in again, and hopefully Linda will continue to get well. Thanks a bunch, my friend. It was a pleasure speaking with you. 73s, and good health to you, and have a great day. 73s to you, sir.
73, Peter, and again, thank you for all you do.
My pleasure. Glad I have the opportunity to do that, and the signal. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Before you go, reworking the wire antenna. Okay, so I would try to work you. SWR too high right now. Okay, receive only until the parts come tomorrow. Well, if the parts are coming tomorrow, they're probably coming from DX Engineering. Okay, I look forward to working with you. K7 Bravo Echo November. Look forward to it, really. Thanks so very much. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, doing a lot of things, but mostly saying thank you to those dedicated people on the front lines. More thank yous coming. Come on in. There's a Papa X-ray. Go ahead.
W83OPX in Boca. Good to talk to you again. And you're coming in very nicely here. You're about NGBO 19. We've spoken before. We're just running 100 watts. It's a little inverted V, but you're coming in gangbusters. Go ahead.
Roger. Thanks, Joseph. Thanks. Welcome aboard again. Spoke on the 14th. Glad to make your acquaintance again. And the 100 watts dipole is doing one whale of a job. Really doing a great job. Thanks so much for making contact with us again. And feel free to call us as often as you like. Any comments you'd like to make at all, Joseph? Go ahead.
Yes, it was interesting. I was watching this news shows, and they had a number of metro subway drivers and bus drivers and about who went out to work, and it was was a pretty compelling 15-minute piece that they did there, but, they're taking just maybe more so because they ended up getting on their buses, and it was pretty cool. WOPX.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They're people that they're in contact with hundreds of people a day. And you know how difficult it is to drive a Metro bus, and then you have to drive it with gloves and with a face mask on. It's got to be trying, and no matter what, you're still subject to germs one way or another with all those people you see a day. So thanks for mentioning that, and our hats off to them, and we thank them as well. Joseph, thanks a lot. Appreciate the contact, and do call us again. 73s, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot.
Kilo 2 Mike 0, Yankee Oscar Bravo.
Yeah, stand by. I think I have an Oscar Bravo on the line. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. Mike 0, Yankee Oscar Bravo Mobile. The name is Dave over in Liverpool, QSL.
QSL. Let me make sure, Dave. Mike 0, Yankee Alpha Bravo or Oscar Bravo? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Oscar Bravo Mobile, QSL.
Yankee Oscar Bravo. QSL, Mexico 0. Let me get this right. This thing takes things in and out. Yankee, Mexico 0, Yankee Oscar Bravo. There you go, David. Now we got you. Thanks a lot, David. You're mobile. You mean to tell me you're calling me mobile from Liverpool? Go ahead.
QSL, you were stationary. We're not moving. We're parked up on the seafront, and it's pitch black here. Watch the ships go by, getting a bit of even MPX bouncing off those waves. Back to you.
That's funny. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we're getting wave hop. Equatorial wave hop. David, thank you. Really good signal, by the way. Your report is a 5 and 7. 5 and 7. What kind of antenna and radio are you using there? And do you have 1,000 watts? Is that why I'm hearing you so good? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're an S9, a solid S9, not moving. And we're using one of your American antennas, a Hustler mobile antenna with the resonator for 20 meters. They're using 300 watts, 200 watts on a slave battery last year.
That's fantastic. You are getting your money's worth out of every single watt. But also, again, yeah, you got a good location. So that's one thing for sure everybody should know. Location. Oh, David, a pleasure hearing you, especially since my beam is pointed at 239 degrees. So can you imagine if I was looking right at you? David, any comments on what we've been talking about? I'm sure you'd like to say a quick salute for people in your country that are working so hard to defeat the COVID-19 virus. Over to you, David.
QSL, of course we would. Yeah, we'd like to salute all the good NHS and all the heroes over there in the USA as well, beating this coronavirus disease. We every weekend we have Thursday at 8:00 p.m. we give a round of applause outside our doorstep in the street, and everyone, the whole country does it everything. So all the heroes out there, and hopefully the world can beat this COVID-19 in the end of that.
Oh, thank you, David. Very well said. Thank you for your kind and caring comments for sure. Yes, we will beat this. As you probably know, there's at least one drug company that is in final trials for a very effective vaccine that seems to really be on a fast track. And then we have 8 more that are in trials and 100 others that are still working on different types of therapy. So we will beat this. We have a world of very, very smart people, and now they're all coming together in a very small world. 73s to you, David. Hey, enjoy your time down by the boats over there, and keep that wave hop going. 73s to you, sir. Thanks a lot for making contact with us. 73s, like I said, the box of chocolates, you never know what you get. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Peter is my name, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo, located Long Island, New York, 45 miles east of New York City. And I'm listening hard for you folks. Come on in, sir, people.
Kilo Foxtrot 2 Golf Victor QRP.
Wow, that's pretty good. Thank you very much. Yeah, QRP no matter where you are, and thank you so much, John. Appreciate that. Really good to hear you from Syosset, and considering the the kind of hardware aluminum you have up there in the sky. Good for you. How many watts are you running, John?
I'm running a California kilowatt, if you can't tell. Over.
Yeah, somehow, some way I can tell. Sound great. How are things going? Any comments you'd like to make, John?
Okay, you call me Jack. And what town are you in? Because I looked you up on QRZ, and it's not coming up on the K2 Heroes /SUF for Suffolk. Over.
Yeah, right. That is somewhat confusing, Jack, and thanks for the correction on the name. Jack, yeah, you on QRZ, all you have to put in is K2H, and stuff will come up. And my home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Go ahead. And I'm located in Fort Salonga. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're out there in Fort Salonga. Okay, very, very good. And what is my real signal report? Over.
20 over, 20 plus. You're hurting my ears there, Jack.
I just want to make sure. And you think it's ground waves or sky waves?
I think it's Long Island sound waves.
I got my beam point to 049 degrees, so that's what I was. I was dialing into Europe, and there you are with your 20 over S9 signal.
Yeah, fine, Jack. And I'm at 239 degrees. By the way, how are things? Are you making many contacts in Europe today? Go ahead.
Are you kidding? With this setup, I could talk around the world, no problem at all.
Yeah, that's right. You can. It's just a matter of helping the propagation will help. Well, 73s, Jack. A pleasure always. Come here as often as you like. You're a fun guy to talk to. 73s, Jack.
Yeah, take care of 73s and have fun DXing there from KF2GV Syosset.
Roger, thank you. Yep, you'll never know who you'll get. QRZ, guys. A lot of fun to talk with people that we know. Kilo 2 Hero, stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot, listening.
Echo Golf, Quebec.
Yeah, Echo Golf, Quebec. Come back in again.
Yes, Kilo, India 4, Echo Golf, Quebec, KI4EGQ, over.
Roger, thank you. Thanks for repeating it again. KI4EGQ, thank you so much. William or Bill in Woodstock, Georgia, waving, let's see, I think, is that the New York City skyline I'm looking? I can't be sure. It might not be, or it might be. Is that? No, I don't think so. It's overcast, so I'm missing it. Where are you there, Bill or William? And are you in Woodstock, Georgia? And finally, of course, the important part of this event, any comments you'd like to make. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, K28, KI4EGQ, it's Bill, Bravo India Lima Lima, and that is the New York skyline. We, went up the Hudson and all the way to Troy and out the Erie Canal a few summers ago, and got to see the Statue of Liberty just as our, grandparents saw it when they were coming in. So, it was a fun time, docked at Liberty Landing, and, went and saw, all the history up the Hudson. Over.
Well, that's terrific. Thank you. Yep, that's fantastic. Nice trip from Troy. Good for you. Any comments you'd like to make on these folks that are working the front lines? Over to you, Bill.
I think all the heroes, the doctors, the nurses, and hospital workers, and truckers, and grocery store, stockers and ports. In Pearl Harbor, Admiral Yamamoto said afterwards, he's awakened a giant filled him with a terrible resolve. And I think all the heroes, around the country, they are.
Well said, Bill. Thank you so very much. Yep, you're absolutely right. Thank you for really going deep into the heroes, because it goes deeper than just, certainly there's the immediate frontline workers. That are those folks, the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare workers, EMTs, police, that are really on the front lines on the first wave. But then we can't forget all the others that you mentioned. Bill, thanks a lot. Thanks for the time, 73s, and hope to talk with you again soon. Over to you for a final, Bill. Thanks a lot.
All right, well, thank you, Peter. It's an absolute pleasure. And all the blessings to you and the family.
Roger, I believe there's a Kilowatt Zero. Go ahead.
Kilowatt Delta Zero, Uniform Sierra Palm Beach, Florida.
Roger, I missed because of QSB. Kilowatt Delta Zero, United Sierra. What's the last letter? Go ahead.
KD0, U.S. Army. KD0, USA.
All righty, there you go. Okay, USA. Well, I'll tell you what. If you go on the Twitch TV server that I have, with my call sign, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, you will see our flag, the Spirit of 76, behind my shoulder. And yes, thank you for your service, Barry, in Florida. I think you're in Boynton Beach. And I see a nice picture of United States Army retired. Tell me what your rank was. Where were you for the most part? And it was really nice that we had a very nice Armed Forces Day last week. It was an enjoyable net that we were running. Over to you, Barry, for any information you might tell me and any salutes to the heroes fighting COVID-19, our other warriors. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Well, I've been everywhere since the U.S. military wants to send people. I've been every place. It doesn't matter. I enjoyed every minute of it. Grew up in the South Bronx, lived in Long Island, Nassau County, and then moved around the world with the U.S. military, and now I'm retired in Florida. So we won't hold you. We're going to wave our hand, say hello to you up there in the Big Apple, out there in Long Island, New York. Enjoy your day. You're sounding good here in Palm Beach County, Florida, 50 miles north of Miami Beach. Retired Ranger Sergeant First Class in Chef. You have a wonderful day. From Kilo Delta Zero, U.S. Army.
Roger. Salute to you, Sergeant First Class Barry. Thank you very, very much. And again, thank you for your many, many years of service and having the opportunity to really see many parts of the world. Thank you so much, and glad you're home safe. QRZ, Kilo 2 Hero, Stroke Sierra, Uniform, Foxtrot, listening.
Kilo 0,
Roger. A lot of stations. Thank you. Kilowatt Alpha 5 first. Kilowatt Alpha 5. Go ahead. I guess I got calls mixed up. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes.
Kilo 0, Florida, Canada,
Oscar 5 Sierra.
Roger, thank you. I think it's Kilowatt 0, Foxtrot, Kilo Lima. Do I have that right?
Kilowatt 0, Foxtrot, Charlie, Lima. First class license, over.
First class license, thank you. Got your picture up here. It's sitting outside on a beautiful deck with the smoker in the background. I think it's Conrad, and I believe you're in Eureka, Kansas. Correct me if I'm wrong. And most importantly, well, welcome again. We spoke again. We spoke on the 7th. And tell me any comments you'd like to make, further comments on what we're saluting today. Over to you, Conrad.
I am just happy that what you're doing is a wonderful job. Doing a great job of it there, my man. And I hope everybody out there, all the firemen, the nurses, all the people that are doing the behind the scenes stuff is doing well, and I hope they're staying safe as well. We'll get on the side. There's a lot of people out there.
Roger, Conrad. Thank you very much. Thank you for those words. Thank you for those thoughts. And we hope that certainly when this is all said and done, that anyone on the front lines that needs help to make sure that they can continue with a sound mind and a sound body can get it, because we don't want to leave anybody behind. 73s to you, sir. Kilo 2 Hero, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
November Oscar 5 Sierra.
Roger, thank you. November Oscar 5 Sierra, a very good afternoon to you. I hope I have the call right. November Oscar 5 Sierra, not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Go ahead, sir.
No, that's correct. Name here is Mark from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And just wanted to say that my wife is a nurse.
Wow, when I hear that, I stand up at attention. Mark, would you be kind enough to give me her first name? Go ahead.
Yeah, her name is Lori.
That's Laura, L-A-U-R-A, Mark?
No, Lori, Lima, Oscar, Romeo, India.
Roger, got that. Yeah, a little bit of a lot of noise on the band today. Lori, thank you, Lori. Lori, salute to you. Our hats off to you. We bow to you for all the work that you're doing on the front lines, being a warrior in this COVID-19 war. Mark, thanks a lot for mentioning that. I appreciate that. Let me know if there's any further comments you'd like to share with us. November Oscar 5 Sierra.
Yeah, just one more thing. I think a lot of the America is really stepping up in this time, and it really shows what a strong country we are.
Yeah, stand by, QRZ. I'll get you in a minute. Now, yes, November Oscar 5 Sierra special event station honoring the heroes fighting COVID-19. Kilo 2 Heroes stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Yep. Mark, there's one thing. We're playing catch up with this, not because we were necessarily, although you could argue we could have done things better, but that's how things go, where you go back and you say, how could we do it better? Most importantly, we're working as fast and hard as we can to really catch up and get a hold of this, and we're getting closer to getting this by the neck so it'll never, ever happen again to this extent. And there's one thing that I will say that many people have said, don't bet against America, because when we're poked, we come back with a vengeance, and we will come back. And thanks, Mark, for mentioning that. You're 100% right. 73's to you for your final, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, thank you for taking my call in 73, and it's a great special event station you got going.
Mark, thanks a lot. Thank you for saying that. It's taken a life of its own. It really has. We've made now, I think, over 15,000 contacts, over 15,000. And our words are getting out to not only amateur. See, if it goes out to another amateur operator, that's good, because that can be, they say that when you hear something, that can be repeated 100 times. And we feel that there's a lot of momentum, a lot of positive drive from this. Certainly the news outlets are taking note of this. And my stream also is helping a little bit too, as well as other people that are streaming, namely Ray, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo is doing a phenomenal job as well. Thanks a lot, Mark. 73's QRZ, special event station. You know what we're doing. We're honoring the heroes on the front lines. If you want to mention anyone at all by name, please do that. Kilo 2 Heroes stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. At your service, listening.
Alpha 7, Kilo Oscar.
The station with the Alpha and the Kilo Oscar, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Peter, Alpha Golf 7, Kilo Oscar, Scott in Washington State.
Roger, there you go. I recognize your picture. I'm glad I put it up on QRZ. Thank you very much, Scott. Welcome aboard again from our last contact on May 11th. I'm still here, still really so appreciative of everyone like yourself saying thank you. Would you like to add anything at all on what we've been talking about? Anything at all? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Roger, I'd like to say hats off to my stepdaughter. She's working at Children's Hospital in Seattle. Name is Teresa, and they definitely go through some emotional periods of time themselves when they have to go into an environment where the opportunity for them to get sick is very high. So anyway, she's overcome that. She's in there working working the front lines with the kids there at Children's Hospital in Seattle, and so I just wanted to give her some recognition there, Peter. Thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you, Scott, so very, very much. And yes, Teresa at Children's Hospital, your stepdaughter, Scott, our hats off to you, our salute to you, our thanks to you. We humbly bow to you, because clearly we wouldn't be anywhere without people like yourself risking your lives every single day. And honestly, on the mental side, you haven't ever experienced anything like this. So it's incredible to your resiliency, to the dedication that you have. Just incredible. This is something truly above and beyond, and everybody deserves a medal from certainly the federal government, thanking everybody for their service. Just like in wartime, where you're carrying a wounded soldier on your back over to the medics. This is no different at all. Scott, thanks a million for your comments, and over to you for any finals. I really appreciate you letting me know to say hello to Teresa. 73's to you, sir.
All right, Peter. Thanks very much. Appreciate the opportunity to get her name out there and say a few words about her too. And also too, I've been watching your streaming video there, so great to watch that, and great to see my signal from the other end there. So I'll say 7-3, Peter. Thanks again for what you do there, buddy. And we'll check in every once in a while and say hello to you there. Alpha Golf 7, Kilo Oscar, Washington State. I'll say 7-3.
Roger, pleasure talking to Washington State, the home of my sister-in-law who lives in Easton, Washington, of course in the Cascades where it snows a lot, even maybe in the month of May. Our pleasure. Yes, please check in again with us, Scott. I'd love that. And by the way, if Teresa would like to hear the shout-out on Twitch, it's 1 hour and 18 minutes, 20 seconds, 1:18:20, and you can take that little snippet. I will be publishing highlights. I do that every night, and those highlights get published over to YouTube, and then from YouTube, anyone at all, it's public viewing, and we're getting so many comments from people that are just looking at my tags that say amateur radio or podcast, public service, nurses, doctors, and they're sticking to it, and they're watching it, and they honestly do appreciate our thanks. Thanks so much, Scott. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again before this is over, I hope. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, thank you so much for your support, folks. Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
Kilo 5, Julia, Victor, Golf.
The Kilowatt 5 ending in Golf, go ahead.
Kilowatt 5, Juliet, Victor, Golf.
I got you. Thank you so very much. Thanks for the repeat. Kilowatt 5, Juliet Victor Golf. Thank you. A very good afternoon to you. I think it's John, and I think you are in, I believe, Tennessee Colony, Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong, and that's in Anderson County. Over to you, sir, and correct me on anything you'd like to add to our broadcast, what we're doing today. Over to you, sir.
Roger, that is Rick. I'm in Texas, and I appreciate had some folks here last month. I had a heart attack. Boy, they had me in and out in just no time. Our medical people deserve a shout-out for sure. Thank you.
Roger, thank you. Very glad that you survived your heart attack. And once again, those who were on the front lines, they knew what to do. And your QRZ page, I've been interested in ham radio since the early 60s while playing with code in Boy Scouts. That's fantastic. Salute to the Boy Scouts. Like to have more of them that join us and join this wonderful hobby. Thanks, John. Hey, stay well, and thanks so much for your comments. QRZ, this is Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, at your service listening. Roger, thank you. Golf Bravo 0, give me your call. Back to you, sir.
Roger, it's Golf Bravo 0, Golf India, Golf Special Event Station, over.
Roger, okay. Golf Bravo 0, Golf India Golf. Excuse me, a little breakup here. I'll be okay. Thank you so much. You want to tell me, I have your QRZ page up right now. I have a name as Dragon. I'm not sure that's right. But it's basically, thank you, National Health Service, GB, GIG. Tell me more about that. It's a North Wales Radio Society that's putting that on. And I have your QRZ page up there right now. Give me some information about that and also any comments you make on what we're doing. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Roger, we're a small club on a little island of Anglesey, just off the coast of Wales. We decided to run this just to say thank you to the National Health Service in Wales and also key workers. We've got about 50 members in the club, and we're all, about 10 or 12 of us are taking shifts and doing 6-hour stints on the radio for the last week left, over.
Well, that's terrific. Thank you so much for taking the time, really, to say thank you to those workers in your little area, North Wales. So good to hear from you. And how long would your event is running from the 1st to 28th of May, 1st to 28th. So please, stations out there, make contact with another station that's doing a lot of goodwill, Golf Bravo 0, Golf India Golf. Thank you so much for making contact with us, and we hope many, many people will be contacting you through the 28th of May. Thanks so much for putting the service together. 73s to you, sir.
Yeah, also thank you to you for putting your station together and stay safe and thank you, over.
Well, stay safe to you, and cheers and beers, and thanks a bunch for making contact with the special event station. From one special event station to another, we salute you. Thank you so much. QRZ, Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot. Roger, I'm starting to pick up stations in Europe. QRX. I'm going to move the beam more towards Europe. QRX. This is Kilo 2 Hotel. Stand by, please. I'm moving the beam right now towards Europe, so we'll be able to talk to some stations in Europe. We very much like to. It seems like a lot of the contacts in the U.S. right now, propagation is making it difficult. CQ calling CQDX, CQ calling CQDX. This is Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Kilo 2 Heroes, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. My name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. I'm located in Long Island, New York, 45 miles east of New York City. QRZ, DX. This is Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. CQDX and listening.
Whiskey Quebec for Oscar.
The station ending in Oscar, please. There's a station at Delta Station ending in Oscar. Go ahead.
Whiskey Quebec for Oscar.
Oh, okay. There you go. Whiskey Quebec for Oscar. Thank you so very, very much. I believe you're in Florida. Good signal today. Give me your name. Make sure I have that right, and any comments you'd like to make. Go ahead.
Okay, right. Thank you for replaying my call. You also find out 59. My name is Orestes. Ocean Radio Echo Sugar Tango Echo Sugar Hotel Orestes, my name. QTH is Miami, Florida. Roger.
Oh, big Roger Orestes. Thank you so much. Calling from Miami, Florida. Thank you for making contact with us. I really appreciate that. You're in the log. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much. 73s to you. Any final comments that you'd like to make, Orestes? Go ahead.
Okay, right. Same to you, my friend. Thank you for replaying my call. I'm happy to contact with you. Again, 73, good luck.
Well, thank you. Good luck to you. Good health. Be safe. Be careful out there. Be patient. QRZ, DX, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot.
Mike India 0, Sugar Delta Radio. Mike India 0, Sugar Delta Radio, QSL.
QSL, when it's 15 over 9, how can I help it? Mike India 0, Sierra Delta Romeo. Booming signal here into Long Island, New York. I think your name is Derek, and I think you're in London area. Correct me if I'm wrong, and any comments you'd like to make. Yeah, we've spoken before. I commented about that beautiful bridge. Over to you, Derek. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Long Island, no problem. Yep, that's correct. You have it correct. The name is Derek, and the call is Mike Italy 0 SDR. Your beautiful signal here as well. You're 5'9", the plus, over.
Oh, thank you, Derek. I just had a sip of afternoon tea. Thank you for the plus, because I can give you quadruple pluses. Wonderful signal, fantastic audio. Derek, would you like to comment at all on anything at all to do with COVID-19 and the first responders? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Roger, they're certainly doing a good job. It's bad over here as well, but maybe not as bad as what they expected. I see it on the TV in New York. It was really, really bad there. Really bad. So hopefully things will improve. It's just a bad old situation. I don't know. It's going to take a long time, I think, over.
Yes, it will. We're getting closer. Certainly, we have reached a point of impatience, but hopefully that impatience won't translate to any more serious illnesses. Derek, thank you so much with such a wonderful signal. Anytime, any place. Look forward to speaking with you again, and thank you so much for speaking to me from Northern Ireland. Be well, if I may say cheers and beers, if that's okay with you. 73s.
Yeah, no problem. The same likewise. Stay well, stay safe, and stay well, stay safe. 73s. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 73s to you. Thanks, Derek. And same to you. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll all stay patient. QRZ, DX, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Roger, big signal with a lot of stations. Good propagation to Europe this afternoon. Delta Lima 6 first. Go ahead.
Delta Lima 6, Uniform Hotel Uniform.
Roger, thank you so much for the repeat. Delta Lima 6 Uniform Hotel Uniform. Thank you. I think your name is Arena. Correct me if I'm wrong. Give me your location, any comments you'd like to make. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, fine copy. You're 59 here. Name is Renee, and the location is near Berlin, near the capital city.
Roger, near Berlin. Renee, thank you very, very much. Renee, any comments you'd like to make on the heroes fighting COVID-19? Go ahead.
Yeah, fine copy, and I will see yourself 100%. Please give me your name.
Oh, Renee, thank you. Sorry I don't repeat that enough. The name is Peter. Papa Echo, Tango, Echo, Romeo. QSL, Renee?
QSL, Peter. Thank you very much. Stay healthy. Best 73s from Germany.
Avida Zane to you. 73s. Be patient, be well, be safe. Thanks so much, Renee. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
IK6 Zulu Radio X-Ray.
IK6 Zulu Radio X-Ray. I know you're not going to believe me, but you're 20 over 9, 20 over 9. I believe your name is Antonio. Where are you in Italy? And what a fantastic signal. Over to you, sir.
Okay, please repeat your call.
My pleasure. Kilo 2H, Kilo 2 Hotel, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. QSL?
Kilo 2 Hotel Stroke again?
Yes, it's difficult because it is from Suffolk County, one county, Suffolk County, Long Island, New York, Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. So it's Kilo 2 Hotel, special call sign, stroke Kilo, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. QSL?
Yes, sir. Kilo 2 Hotel Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Peter, correct?
That is correct, yes. And if you'd like a special certificate, go to the QRZ page, Kilo 2 Hotel. June 1st, you'll be able to download a very nice certificate commemorating this event. Over to you, sir.
Okay, your signal is incredible. 10 dB over, 10, 15 dB over. Your country is USA, correct?
Roger, yeah. You think maybe I'm in Rome, right, Antonio? I'm very fortunate enough to be able to have the opportunity to use what I think is a very nice amplifier made in Italy by SPE, Sierra Papa Echo. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. I'm sure you are. Over to you, Antonio.
Incredible signal. Oh, okay, thank you, Peter. I'm using Yaesu FT9918. The antenna is a 412 C3S 2-element monoband from 20 meters. The power is 500 watt. What is my quality from my audio? Because microphone test from a static microphone ceramic. Mic to you, Peter.
Oh, Antonio, you know, I failed to comment on that, and let me say it's incredible. The modulation is fantastic. A very good balance with the processor between the highs and the lows. Just enough lows to make it incredibly clear, crisp audio. Antonio, over to you.
Oh, thank you. What is your condition, Peter?
Well, I'm. Thank you so much, and very good on your C3SS. I had one, very nice antenna, and the 991 is doing a good job. Yes, what I have here is I have a Flex 6400M, a Flex 6400M. I'm using a Navasa 5 antenna, 2 elements on each band by 5 bands, and it is made by JK Antennas, a company that's located in the United States. Just a phenomenal antenna, very small footprint, Antonio, only a 12-foot boom, but a very well-built, powerful antenna. I don't know the magic that the gentleman makes to make this antenna work, but it is the best I've had. And, of course, the amplifier I'm using is an SPE, Sierra Papa Echo, right now 866 watts. Over to you, Antonio.
Your power, 1600 is, what is your power?
Power is now it's 866 whiskeys.
Oh, excellent. 10 dB over. Your audio is fantastic. Very good signal. Okay, Peter, thank you. Very good contact. 73 to you, your family. Kilo 2 Hotel Stroke Sierra Uniform Fox IK6 Zulu Radio X-ray. Sorry, the very problem from English.
No problem at all. It's wonderful. It's clear. I understand. You're a good communicator, Antonio. Thank you so much for you taking the effort to speak English when you speak beautiful Italian from Rome. Buona fortuna. Ciao, ciao. And thank you so much for the time. Your signal like your next door. Incredible. Sorry, folks. Sometimes I really just sit back and enjoy just a wonderful radio station. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot. DH2PA. Yeah, a couple of stations. I'll hope to work you all. Delta Hotel 2 Papa Alpha. Correct me if I'm wrong. Back to you, sir.
Yes, that's okay, QSL. Thank you for picking me up. You are 58959, Southwest Germany. Name is Patrick. You're Patrick, my name. Kilo 2 Hotel, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot Delta Hotel 2 Papa Alpha.
Roger, Patrick. Nice copy. And my picture on QRZ shows you have a Diamond X5000, if that's correct, a ZX6-4 OptiBeam, OB 9-5, 5 and 9 signal, Patrick. Nice copy from the Federal Republic of Germany. Wonderful copy. Thank you so much, Patrick. I really appreciate the contact. Really nice to be able to talk with you today. Any comments that you'd like to make on your final, Patrick? Over to you, sir.
Yes, okay, you're right, Axel. I'm at the ATP, maintain your direction now 550 watts. Thanks for QSO 73 and take care.
Good signal. Came up to 10 over 9, Patrick. Thanks so much. Doing well. Propagation to Europe. As we know, as we get closer to the summer solstice, propagation is usually later in the day, 6:45 p.m. in the United States, Eastern Daylight Time. QRZ, this is a special event station honoring the doctors, nurses, and healthcare workers that are on the front lines in New York State. We're honoring all of them. And anyone that would like to make a comment, please do. Kilo 2 Hotel / Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. My name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. QRZ.
Zanzibar 6 Echo Delta Bravo.
The Echo Delta Bravo. Echo Delta Bravo. Come on in.
Okay, my call time is Italy Zanzibar 6 Echo Delta Bravo. My name is Pino, Papa, Italy, Norway, Ontario. I'm located on the central part of Italy, and your signal in this moment is 5-9+5, a very big signal, and congratulations, you beautiful modulation, Peter. Kilo 2 Hotel Sugar Uniform Florida, IZ6 EDB, over.
Roger, Italy Zulu 6 Echo Delta Bravo. Thank you, Pina. Thank you so much for the compliments. You as well. Very nice signal, 5 and 9. And I really appreciate the report. Lovely, lovely picture on your QRZ page. The mountains and the lake. Very nice picture. Probably a volcanic lake. Thank you so much, Pina. Any final comments that you'd like to make? Over to you, sir, for your final. Go ahead.
Okay. Many thanks, and congratulations, your modulation. My work condition is Kenwood Tango Sugar 519, and this moment is max power transceiver. My antenna is a simple dipole inverted B-band 20 meter and 40 meter. And my QTH is A3, 200 kilometers from Rome capital, Peter. Many thanks for your contact in 20 meters band. All the best to you, and I'm limiting all the band, Peter. Kilo 2 Hotel Sugar Uniform Florida, IZ6 EDB, and sorry, my English is not good because I understand on little bit of English, Peter. Bye-bye.
Oh, listen, Pina, it's good enough, and I do appreciate very much you taking the effort to certainly talk with us. Very good communication. We are communicators, and you are a very good communicator. Molte bene for you. Thank you so much for taking the time and making the effort. And your Kenwood is doing a wonderful job. Modulation is just fantastic. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate that. Good health. Buona fortuna. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, / Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
Hotel Bravo 9, Charlie Alpha Sierra.
Roger, I think I have a hotel, Bravo 9, Charlie Golf Sierra. Correct me if I'm wrong. Over to you, sir.
Hotel Bravo 9, Charlie Alpha Sierra. You are 5 and 9. Please repeat me your call sign. Go ahead.
Roger, and I have your call as Hotel Bravo 9, Charlie Alpha Sierra. I don't think that's right, but correct me if I'm wrong. HB9CAS. Correct me on the call. Sorry about that. Excuse me. My call is Kilo 2 Hotel / Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. QSL?
Okay, Kilo 2 Hotel / Sierra Uniform Foxtrot. Is that Roger?
Oh, that is a Roger. And if you'd like any more information about our special event honoring the doctors and nurses, you can go to the QRZ website, Kilo 2 Hotel. Over to you, sir.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for these interesting connections. And you got my call completely correct. I'm Hotel Bravo 9, Charlie Alpha Sugar. I'm using 100 watts into a very simple chameleon ground plane antenna on the east of this valley here in the mountain. Microphone to you, and thanks a lot for this contact. 73.
Well, 73s. Thank you from Switzerland. I appreciate that. And 100 watts, and your ground plane antenna is doing one heck of a job. I guess it's nice to have a little altitude. A little bit of vertical altitude helps. 73s to you, sir. Thanks a lot for the time. QRZ, Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
Delta Foxtrot 4, Mike Delta, Delta Florida 4, Mexico, Denmark.
Let me see. I don't think I've got that all right. Give me your call again. Delta Foxtrot 4, Mike Delta Delta. I don't think I have that correct. Could you give me your call again, please?
Okay, very fine. My call sign is Delta Foxtrot 4, Mike Delta. Only Mike Delta. You are 5 and 9 in Munich. Munich is the QTH and the handle here is Heinz. Hotel Echo India November Zulu. Kilo 2 Hotel Delta Fox 4 Mike Delta.
Roger Hines, Roger Hines, all good copy. 5 and 9 plus Hines, 5 and 9 plus Delta Foxtrot 4 Mike Delta. I'm assuming by your call, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a medical doctor, or is this just a lucky happenstance how you got your call? Tell me about that. And I'm looking at your QRZ page. A lot of people are looking at it through the Twitch TV stream. You must have now, is that an antenna? I doubt very much that the antenna is mounted on the roof, although, of course, it's a deceiving. I'm sure that comes off the ground, that mast. But it sure looks like that those are attached to the roof, but I know there's no way because the roof wouldn't stand. Tell me about how that. I believe it's coming off the ground. Good signal, Heinz. Thank you. Delta Foxtrot 4, Mike Delta, Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, and my name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Over to you, sir.
Okay, Peter, very fine. And the antenna is a three-element crystal beam. Is about 19 meters above the ground. 19 meters above the ground, and the working condition here is a TS480 with 200 watts. A TS480 with 200 watts. These are only the conditions here, and no problems at all. And I'm very happy that I became a good support from you. You are also 5 and 9 here in Munich. A very good and outstanding signal. No problems at all, Peter. Okay, I wish you all the best to you and yours, and many, many DX to you. Peter, Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra Uniform Fox TF4 Mike Delta.
Heinz, good copy. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Back to you as well. Ditto to you as well, Heinz. Wonderful job. Good audio. Nice signal for 200 watts. The 480 is a very fine radio, doing a superb job. Very nice modulation. 73s, Heinz. Thanks so much. Good health. Be safe. Take care out there while we struggle through COVID-19. This is a salute to the heroes fighting COVID-19. Every contact we make, it's a thank you to those people. Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, QRZ.
There was bye-bye. United X-Ray Juliet.
The station ending in Juliet, please.
Mexico 3, United X-Ray Juliet.
Roger, thank you. Mexico 3, United X-Ray Juliet. Very good evening to you. I think your name is Gary, and I think you're in Barwick. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gary. Name here is Peter. Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Very nice signal. 5 and 7. 5 and 7, Gary. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Very happy with the 5 and 7. Just set up a new rotary dipole and just trying it out. The town is Ingleby Barwick, and I'm in the northeast of England. QSL?
Barwick, northeast of England. Yes, QSL for sure. Hopefully things are going better there with COVID-19. How are things going there, Gary? Go ahead.
It's not good, not good. A town near me has got one of the highest rates at the moment, and all work is furloughed.
Sorry to hear that, Gary, and it's hard to calculate why some areas have it worse than others. This is why it's called the novel COVID-19. It's very, very difficult sometimes to predict why certain areas are worse than others. 73s to you, Gary. Thanks a lot for the time. I really appreciate it. Hope to reach you again. Hopefully things get better. Our prayers from the United States are out to you. QRZ, Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot.
8 Papa 5 Alpha Alpha.
The station with Alpha Alpha, please. Go ahead.
8 Papa 5 Alpha from the island of Barbados in the Caribbean, QSL.
QSL, Philip. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to correctly copy your call. Could you give me your call again, Philip? Go ahead.
The number 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Portugal, the number 5, Alpha, QSL.
Oh, QSL. Thank you so very much, Philip. I appreciate that. Thank you. Alpha, Papa 5, Alpha from the beautiful, beautiful island with wonderful, smiling people, very hospitable in Barbados. Hopefully things are not too bad there with COVID-19. Give me a report on that. And I like the ship. It looks like a rowing vessel. Did you happen to go across the Atlantic in that vessel, Philip? Go ahead.
Roger. This from Africa, Canary Islands to Barbados. Took me 43 days, QSL.
Well, congratulations. Good for you. 43 days. And it looks like you had one crew member. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was a race. We did double. And it was a race. We had about 16 boats, so we got third place, QSL.
Oh, you got on the podium, third place. Congratulations, Philip. That's fantastic. You got to have some real good upper arm strength. 43 days. Good for you. Wonderful to hear. How are things going with COVID-19 in your country? Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. We are about 90 people, 7 deaths, and we are lockdown curfew and following the social distance protocol like all over there, QSL.
QSL, still 90 people with 7 deaths, still much too high. Well, Philip, hopefully things will improve. We really all pray for that. And thank you so very, very much. Any final comments, Philip, that you'd like to make? Over to you, sir.
I wish all the doctors and everybody in the world that's fighting this pandemic to be safe, and thanks again, and they're doing a brilliant job. So kudos, my hat off to them. Take care. 7-3.
Well, yes, thank you so much. Our hats are off to them, and we hope that all of us can do in our small way. We're saying thank you to them, but somehow if we can make contact with someone that we know that may be a nurse, a doctor, EMT, anybody, even someone that's at the butcher shop has a lot of anxiety, just say hello, how you doing, and smile through your eyes, and they'll really appreciate that. 73s to you, Philip. Excuse me. Thank you. QRZ, this is Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot listening.
Many more times, 7-3.
Hotel Bravo 9, Bravo Echo India.
Bravo Echo India. Thank you. I think I have Hotel Bravo 9, Bravo Echo India. Thank you. I believe it's Bruno in the wonderful country of Switzerland. Tell me if I'm right on that, Bruno. Go ahead.
You're right, Peter. This is Bruno, and we are about 40 kilometers north of Bern, and you surely want to ask me about the corona situation here in Switzerland. So slightly we're coming down. I guess that last few days they had between 20 and 50 new confirmed infections. But slightly we're coming down, and things are getting better right now, dear Peter. Kilo 2 Hotel / Sierra Uniform Foxtrot Hotel Bravo 9 Bravo Echo India. Go ahead.
Roger, Bruno. Thank you. By the way, a good signal. At times 10 over 9. At times 10 over 9. Thanks, Bruno. And thank you for that report. Yes, clearly things are improving. Even new cases are not as serious as they were originally. So we hope that sooner or later that we can get out there, get the economy going all over the world, and understand that there will still be cases, but hopefully they will not be serious. Bruno, the best of 73s. Good health, be patient, be safe, and thanks so much for the contact, and look forward to reaching you again. Thanks a lot, Bruno, for your final 73s. Thanks so much for your time. 73, sir.
Yeah, fine, Peter. Thank you very much for the nice QSO, and I hope to meet you again soon. Stay healthy. 73, Peter.
We look forward to that. And for anyone, my home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria. Thanks, Bruno. QRZ, mostly DX. This is Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, special event station honoring all those folks on the front lines fighting COVID-19. QRZ.
Mexico 0. Mike 0, X-ray Tango 0.
Roger, I have 2 Mexico Zeros, so that gets me confused, but I think a Mexico 0 X-ray Tango Kilo. I don't know if that's all correct, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Over to you.
Yeah, K2 Hotel stroke Charlie Uniform Foxtrot, Mike 0 X-Ray Tango Kilo. Strong signal here in the UK, 59 plus 10. Name's Phil, QDH Lemster, QSL.
Oh, Lemster, yes, in England, QSL, good signal. Strong 10 plus over 9 with very, very nice modulation, Phil. Thank you so very, very much. Any comments that you'd like to make on what we've been discussing? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, I've only just come on frequency there, so I'll listen for a while, and I'm sure you're doing a good job there. It's a special event station there. I imagine it's to do with the workers for the virus there. Back to you.
You're absolutely right. 100%, Phil. We're honoring all the doctors and nurses, the healthcare workers, the EMTs, the police, the firemen, the military, etc., that are on the front lines, and that's what we're doing for the entire month of May. Phil, before you go, thank you for the spot, AA2VG. I appreciate that. Before you go, Phil, you're on a hilltop on a, looks like some kind of a monument. Where are you there, and what are you doing? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's up on Tree Hill, which is local to us. It's about 1,500 feet above sea level. That's what they call a trig point in the UK, which is a marker for making maps. That's the Tree Hill radar station in the background there. And it's a military HF manpack. I was working the Work to All Britain squares with just a 20-watt manpack all over the UK, QSL.
Oh, QSL. I was beginning to say that. I said, what a wonderful place for a contest or a field day station. Very good. Thank you very much for that. That's a great location and very nice to see that. Thank you, Phil, so much for the time. Thanks for sharing information with me. Be well and be safe. And hopefully we'll get through this sooner than later. Thank you so much. QRZ, this is Special Event Station, Kilo 2 Heroes, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot.
Mexico 1, Mexico Sugar Tango, over.
Roger, big signal, Mexico 1, Mexico Sugar Tango. Thank you so much. Big signal. Thank you for that. I think your name is Clive, and I think you're in, Lundau, Shoneshire, if I have that right. Over to you. Correct me all if I'm wrong. Ote?
Yeah, good evening, Mike 1, Mike Sugar Tango returning to you. Yeah, the name is Clive, and the location is at Ludlow, which is in the county of Shropshire, central part of the UK, in the rolling countryside, over.
Roger, Clive. Thank you very much for correcting on that. Very, very nice. Ludlow, Shropshire. That's beautiful. And I'm sure then that the COVID-19 cases are probably very minimal. Would I be accurate in saying that, Clive? Go ahead.
We're very, very lucky locally. To be perfectly honest with you, I think the local county of Herefordshire, I think, was up in around about 50s towards the beginning of the week. So locally, we're very, very lucky. Which keep our fingers crossed. They will stay fairly low, over.
Oh, I agree, absolutely. Absolutely correct. Fingers crossed, and certainly observing social distancing for sure. QRX, one moment, please. QRX.
Good evening, Clyde. Yeah, and 1MST returning to you. Yeah, no problem at all. You're a lovely signal, by the way. You're 5 and 9 plus, 59 plus, with lovely audio, over.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, good conversation between the two of you. Thank you for giving me a moment to sort of collect my my voice here. Thanks, Clive. Doing a phenomenal job. Thanks so much for taking the time. And as I said, do hope those cases continue to decline. 73s to you. Over to you for your final. Thanks, Clive.
All the best there, and good luck with the activation you're doing there. Real good job you're doing there. Until the next time, Mike 1, Mike Sugar Tango. We just 73 saying good night.
Good night to you. Have a very lovely evening, and thank you so much for your very, very kind words. We do appreciate that. QRZ, Special Event Station. My name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo, Kilo 2 Hotel, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot.
Italy Norway 3, Bravo, Juliet Sierra.
Roger, very well said. Bravo, Juliet Sierra. Give me your call. Go ahead.
This is Italy, November 3, Indiana Nancy 3, Bravo, Juliet Sierra. Your father and I also in North Italy. My name is Danny, back to you.
Roger, thank you very, very much. I missed the first part of your call. I have Bravo, Juliet Sierra. Would you kind enough give me the beginning of your call again? Go ahead.
Indiana Nancy 3, Italy November 3, North Italy, Italy November 3, QSL.
QSL, thank you. India November 3, Bravo Juliet Sierra. I believe your name is Gianni. Is that correct? Go ahead.
100% Peter.
Beautiful, beautiful name. Bellissimo, bellissimo. How are things going there for you, Gianni? Go ahead.
Correct, 100%. I copy you very good, 9 plus 20, the pitch, very beautiful, strong figure in North Italy.
Oh, thank you so very much. Well, I have to thank the wonderful folks at the factory in Rome at SPE, Sierra Papa Echo, for making a beautiful amplifier system. They do a phenomenal job. Gianni, thank you so much. 73s to you. Be well, good health, be safe there. And I'll send it over to you for your final. Italy, November 3, Bravo Juliet Sierra, Kilo 2 Hotel. Over to Gianni for your final.
Thank you very much, Peter. Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sugar Uniform Foxtrot. Happy and alive for your family. Greeting from North Italy. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, bellissimo. Buona fortuna to you and chat. Thank you so much, Gianni. Appreciate the contact. QRZ, Kilo 2 Heroes, K2H, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
The Golf 6, Mike, November Delta.
Roger, thank you. Good, lot of signals out there. That's wonderful to know. A lot of stations. Golf 6, Mike, November Delta. Thank you so much, sir. Your name, I believe, is Lee, and I think, I don't know what town. Give me the town you're in, Lee. I hope I have that right. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, QSL, Kilo 2, Hotel, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, return. Yeah, no problem. Nice to work, and thank you very much for putting on the special event station, especially taking part in it there. And name this site is Lima Echo Echo, running the IC 7300, 400 watts, 2-element tri-band beam, your direction there. Microphone back to you. Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Northeast UK.
Northeast UK. Thank you, Lee. Wonderful job. The 7300 always performs well. Audio is outstanding, and with your power, you're doing a great job, I believe, at 400 watts. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lee. Have a wonderful day. Could you tell me the little girl at the radio controls, who is she, Lee? Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, the 400 watts is coming out of the American Alpha Lima 84. A little bit of an old girl, but she still performs quite well. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, and a pleasure to get you in the log there. And keep up the good work with that special call sign. Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, clear. Stay safe, 7-3.
Well, thank you, Lee. We certainly will try to. Thanks for your comments, and yes, hopefully she grows up to be a fine radio amateur like you are. 73's Lee. QRZ, this is Kilo 2 Hotel, Stroke Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot.
Golf 0, Hotel Bravo Sierra.
Roger, thank you. Golf 0, Hotel Bravo Sierra. Nice signal, 5 and 7. I believe you're in Lancashire, in England. I think your name is Roger. Correct me if I'm wrong. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, the name is Roger, and the QTH, as you say, is Lancashire. And very pleased to meet you for the very first time. I've got your call sign, Kilo 2 Hotel Stroke Sierra. I've lost the last couple of letters after the stroke. G0HBS.
No problem, Lee. It's Kilo 2 Hotel, and the stroke is Sierra, Uniform Foxtrot. Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, representing Suffolk County. That's the abbreviation. We have 62 counties in New York State, and we've activated all 62 to operate and be part of this event. Every time a station makes a contact with a different county, they're eligible for a certificate from the Kilo 2 Hotel QRZ website. Again, it's SUFs, Sam Uniform Foxtrot. QSL?
QSL, yes, I do like QSL cards. G0HBS coming back. By the way, I'm very happy with the 5 and 7, running 100 watts barefoot to a G5RV, which is stretched in the back garden, a full-size G5RV. So, not very directional, but you're in a good direction for me. man. Up to you there, G0HTS.
Well, let me tell you something, Roger. You're getting your money's worth out of that. There are a lot of people that spend thousands and thousands and may not have as good a signal as you have with what you have. So you also might have a very good location. Thank you so much, 73s, and thanks for honoring us by making contact with the special event station, Kilo 2 Heroes. Very, very good. 73s to you. Well, I need to go QRT. It is now 7:10 p.m. I have some other activities to get involved with. And so I want to say 73s to everybody. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks so much. It's really heartwarming to hear all those stations around the world wanting to say thank you to the special people honoring the heroes and working with the heroes of COVID-19. They are doing their best to get everyone back to health. So 73s, everybody. This is Kilo 2 Hotel, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, going QRT. Thank you so much, 73s.
Okay, there. Thanks very, very much for that. By the way, I'm a retired NHS physicist, hospital physicist, G0HBS.
Oh, congratulations on being a retired NHS physicist. Great, good work, and thank you so much, I'm sure, for your tireless efforts. 73s, everybody. We'll catch you again at the special event station. We'll be here through the 31st of May. Thank you so much. This is Kilo 2 Hotel, stroke Sierra Uniform Foxtrot, QRT.